And we're back at X Planet Games, and look at this gorgeous table. We've got two fully painted armies on both sides. Jay's been also working very diligently on his martels. So we have a variation of his Oberyn list. So here we got Oberyn in the Golden Company Swordsman, sorry. We've got the High Hermit Sentinel in Skirmishers. We've got Harman Uller with Edric Dane, the false Edric Dane, in Moorsand Skirmishers. And this unit wasn't here, but they outflanked, and we'll talk about that in a second. But it is a Spearlord with the Skyreach Bowman. NCU-wise, we've got Ilaria, Tyene, Hater Poison, and Varys. But which Varys is the real Varys? So my NCU is Varys, Ravella, and Caitlyn. And then I took my Thoros list, fully painted. Oh yeah. We've got Gendry in Stormcrow Mercs, Thoros and Edric Dane, the real Edric Dane in Pikemen. We've got the Sword Knights with the Fortune Seeker. We've got Peasants with Tom Seven Strings, and we've got Hot Pie and Archers. So we were playing Banners and Butchery, which I honestly don't love as a mission. However, it's in the tournament pool, and I think that you should practice it if you happen to have to play it. So here we are. Jay's sitting on his home point with Oberyn. I'm sitting on my home points with the Mercs and the Peasants. I had more drops than Jay, so I put down my archers here in range to shoot him right away. I chose to go first, and then I knew that I was leaving a gap here, and this is where I thought he might go for his outflank. But I figured even if he comes on, I know I'm taking the sword first. That means he's only going to get one shot. One shot will not kill any of the units here, and then he's going to be trapped behind me. So instead, Jay said, I'm just going to go here instead. So he's actually within 6, which means I cannot use my Deceitful Reposition to, like, wiggle out of range some way. So it's going to be painful, because if I use a sword, he's going to shoot back. 8 shots, re-rolling, vulnerable. It's pretty nasty. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alrighty, end of round 1, and we've got so much action happening. It is Banners of Butchery. The banners are butchering. So, Jay played Sand Diplomacy, which made taking the sword unappealing for me. Knowing that he gets bonuses if I'm unactivated, to get rerolls and a normal token, I activated first instead, shot, did some damage. Jay then took the envelope, and I was like, ooh, the sword's open, I've activated, let's take the sword. But he had, what's that card? Intercept Orders, which meant that he rolled it, 3 up, and that meant that I had to choose somebody else to attack. Nobody else could attack, so did nothing. Varys tokens dealt some damage to me. This unit came around, shot them, they shot as well. So they got really crippled, but I had Regroup and Reform, and I burnt 2 Ravella tokens to bring them up to here. It might be a really bad play. I should have maybe accepted they should just die. The reason why is Jay's going first now. He can easily take the sword, shoot, rerolls, and kill them with vulnerable token. The only thing I've got going for me is that I pushed up this unit here so that they're in taunt range. So he could shoot here instead, and if he doesn't shoot them, he will gain a weakened token, which might save my life. So we'll see how that goes. And over here, they came close, they charged in. He played Unexpected Exhaustion, which meant hit on 4s, blunted the damage. They came and shot. They swung with the Scout Openings keyword, which dealt some damage. They pushed up. Oberyn burned his objective down to there. So as much as I want to fight him, it's not worth much anymore because there's nothing to burn down on this side. I had sat on my objectives to burn them, but I decided I need to push forward instead. So I'm not looking very happy. I've actually taken a lot of damage here, burned a lot of resources, and Jay's not going first. So we'll see how this plays out. Round 2 coming up. Alright, this is going all bad, folks. So what happened? I actually got really lucky with my knights. They made a lot of saves, passed a lot of panic, and with Dauntless, I've been suffering not that many wounds. I also took a bag to heal them. He's got a great combo here. Because of Dauntless, every time he shoots into combat with his Skyreach Bowman, his Sand Skirmishers, he passes panic with the tree, and he heals also. So they've been like down, then back up again. And he only activates, so they're just not going down. They backed up to not get shot by his bowman. Then over here, Jay had some masterful play. He used the Palisade to block charges from my own unit, and then when they activated to charge, I could have maybe rolled a 6 or had the card, but he played a card, Screw You.
Yeah, Viper's Infamy.
Viper's Infamy, which made me -2 movement, so I wasn't able to charge regardless, and then it's -2 movement, which means my movement is now 3, doubles to 6, but then -1 for the bog, so in their activation they marched, quote-unquote, 5, which is now here. So I'm in a pretty bad spot. I was hoping to charge into Oberyn and then lead with the sword to try and finish him, but here we are. So even though it's 0-0 and we're not near the banners, the tokens I should say, Jay is significantly ahead of me in terms of material, and I think he's going to win the grind with shooting. Eventually I'm going to roll bad somewhere and just lose a bunch of guys. And I was hoping to crash through here, and that card foiled my plan. So we'll see how this goes. Round 3 coming up. Alright, end of round 3. I think I bumbled this turn, and it's not looking very good for me. Even though I've burned my objective and put it in the corner, and his is in the corner, we're unlikely to get the objectives. Thoros has been crippled, Jay's going first. He's got very good odds of killing this unit with Oberyn to score the 1 point that probably wins the game. So how I bumbled the round, I think, was I led, and because of his great play, I wasn't able to charge him at the end of my turn and lead into a sword. I think I took the envelope to throw a vulnerable token down, and then I really wanted to get Gendry into Oberyn first to eat the poison, because this unit heals when they attack. They heal a lot. Plus I had the knights nearby who were killing ranks off. They could also heal them as well. But basically I waited too long, and I took the bag. He shot me, that's right. He took the horse or something. No. He just activated. Oh no, he took a sword? Something happened where they shot into here, and I took the bag to counter, and then I forgot that Jay had Varys, so even though I denied the bag, Varys token healed to anyway, and then that allowed Oberyn to charge in, drop the poison down, so now I can't heal. So when I struck back, I did some damage, but it just hasn't been enough. They were able to attack, charge, they were able to come around and swing, so he's just grinding me down in time. The really brutal part is that Gendry marched over to like threaten the flank, but my secret plan was to actually have the march card, and I was going to march downstream to get to the points. I was hoping that these guys would stay here, but because they went here, they blocked my march path. So he was going to sneakily get behind here, but that's out of the game now. So anyway, end of round 3. It's looking good for Jay. I think he's going to go down, and we'll see where it goes from there. See you soon. All right, it is middle of turn 4, and I've decided to concede. It's just no path to victory. So Jay led the round with a bag, which meant that it was pretty much impossible at this point to kill Oberyn. I did play Forgotten Fellowship to get closer and threaten. After taking the bag, I took the horse to retreat. I rolled a 1, sadly, so he's still going to auto-charge into me. Jay then took the sword and shot into combat and did lots of damage. I'm down to 3 wounds here. So my position here is, okay, because he blocked my Forgotten Fellowship march here, I really can't get to there. Even if I try and wiggle around with the horse instead of retreating, those guys can pivot and march 14. They'll always get in front of me, and it's just hard to bust through 12 wounds when I'm weakened and I hit on 4s. So I just don't see myself getting back there. And then he's going to kill... He's already ahead. He's already killed the archers, but he's probably going to kill that, and now probably this as well. So even if he doesn't get down to here, he will win on points at the table anyway, and I just can't see a way to stopping that. I'm out of resources, unfortunately. Like, I have no more Varys tokens. I burnt 2 of these to save the archers, who died anyway. That was a waste of resources. Yeah, and so I think ultimately, like, my greedy play was what forced me into this bad, like, I was just locked in here, unfortunately. His outflank was brilliant. It really punished my play. And the Sand Diplomacy coming down round 1 was pretty nice as well. But, you know, that it is what it is. Like, even if I got an extra shot, it may be bad for me because I'm unactivated. And then when they shoot with rerolls, it's even worse, right? So I think I just got to play a normal game of the Brotherhood. I was trying to be weird and tricksy, and it just didn't pan out. But it was a great game. It was a very pretty game. Both armies are painted. So we're going to thank Jay, and we'll see you next time.